make it hard. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
You ain't never seen a pause.
Whoa.
You ain't never seen a Hufflepuff do like me. You ain't never seen a Hufflepuff do.
If there's anything
like
you
me.
don't need to do, it's make it hard. Okay, relax.
I'm done with y'all. Done with y'all.
Man
Always
said
twisting my
hard,
words.
my man said a hard Hufflepuff. You know what a hard Hufflepuff is? That's a stale muffin.
So it's hard. Can you chew it? Nah, you can't chew it. You can't swallow it. That's how hard we are over here.
Whoa, you can't. Yo. Yo, flag on the play. Man, flagrant. Oh my God, I got a headache. Oh, the pressure. Oh my gosh. This
What?
This is how I'm bringing in the age of 32. Good Lord.
Nick, time out. Oh, flag on the play. Hold up. Whoa.
Flag on the play, yeah.
Whoa.
Leaks came out and people were like reacting to the screenshots.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
Like, if
Yeah,
you
we
see
can't
so
circle
many
back
people-
around to Sonic, guys. We just got off that topic.
They wouldn't
Right.
do all this
Oh, we're
work.
circling back, boys. We're circling back.
All right,
When
let's do
when
it.
they would put up the screenshots of him, like back in, I swear it's back in like January, they could have like noticed, hey guys, everyone hates this. He looks like Usain Bolt did the fusion dance with Sonic.
Wow.
Fusion, ha!
Stop. Did you just say Usain Bolt fused with Sonic?
Fusion.
Are you high?
No.
He was drinking something earlier.
Here's my
He
question for
refused to answer.
Jake,
Yeah.
Sonic's leg is muscular enough for you.
No.
I felt that was going to be your answer.
His thighs are not nearly large enough. How is he supposed to run fast when his thighs are the same size as his calves? Doesn't make any sense, boys.
Anyway, moving on. We're gonna move on to.
I'm glad it's a hoodie and not a real like.
This guy.
Unless it's a onesie pajama, and you want to like.
You said
It's a onesie. It's a
oh, let's go. It's a onesie.
foot bottoms.
Oh my gosh.
I love it. Oh my gosh, dude.
This guy went all out.
Perfect.
Man, I gotta do something big next week.
What is good?
No. Leave it on. Leave it on.
What is good? This
Ooh,
is
super chat from Ed Norton.
Stix.
Yo, quick.
Back. Hold on.
Go
Back
ahead.
for Abaddon's podcast. Leader of the Squirtle Squad.
Leader.
Member of the Chillcast. Holla at me. Squirtle Squad!
Before
Love making it epic.
before we we get into anything, I have to bring back another hashtag. I want you guys to bring back another hashtag. We have to say it once. And this is a famous hashtag that was we did for a few episodes ago, and that is hashtag Chipz was wrong.
I knew it.
Always.
I knew it.
Always.
Let's
And hashtag
go.
will
You can't
never
let
die.
me live.
Let's go.
What
You
up?
can't let me
There
live.
we go.
What's
Don't
good?
change
Don't
the
change.
house.
What's happening, man? Can
What's
y'all hear me?
happening?
Is it
Yes,
is
sir.
everything? Is it clean? Is
It's,
am I,
you
Yeah,
good?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
What's happening, everyone? This is Evan. Welcome to another episode of the Chillcast. We are joined with Rob Regal, David Dre, and the Game Looters. Thank you so much for coming on by. And we're going to start off with our guest this weekend. You saw him on an episode of Beats for Breakfast, first time on the Chillcast. Everyone, please welcome David Drayton. What's going on, man?
Pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for having me back on.
Anytime, man. Anytime, man. What you been playing this week?
A little bit of Mario All Stars and actually Mario Sunshine, and really not too much of anything else. That's really been it.
I feel you. Cool. Glad to have you on. Diamond seems to be missing. So we'll come back. Rob Regal, how you doing?
Doing all right, man. I can't complain about too much. No more wasps in here. You know what I'm saying? I survived the wasp attack. Other than that, man, just been cool and working on new content, new videos out. About to start getting these streams going again, and more videos on the way, man. I've been recording a lot of gameplay, but I haven't been finishing up the editing, because that's the part I gotta get on top of, finishing the editing. So
Got it. And what games you been playing this week?
This week, a whole lot of Madden. I don't know what happened. I really got back on my Madden kick like I used to be years ago, and I have been destroying people, and it feels good. I feel like more worthy of a human being because of it. I feel really good about that. Also, of course, Apex Legends, a little bit of Warzone. I wish I was playing Mario 3D All Stars, but I have to be a responsible adult and not spend that $60 right now. So I'm going to hold off for another week or two before Nintendo, gets rid of it. However they said they're planning to do it. And I just downloaded Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear Solid 2 on PC because it's up on GOG for like super cheap. So, yeah.
Nice. Alrighty. And thanks for coming by. And then we have the lovely, one of our favorite couples to do the game together. We have the Game Looters. Welcome. How are you all? How are you both doing this week?
We're doing good, thanks.
Doing fantastic, man. It's the Lake Show. Lake Show's playing tonight. You know what I mean? LeBron's hairline is deceiving this one. He's keeping all his hair because Davis hitting threes. So, doing good, man. Doing good. Thanks for having us back.
Anytime. We had to have you all back because definitely when it comes to Xbox, I know you all are balanced when it comes to gaming. It's like different times you all could be playing Animal Crossing, then different times you could be playing Resident Evil, then there's different times you could be playing Pokemon, and there's different times you're playing Mario All-Star. You play a wide range of games, and it's definitely fun to tune into your streams. And the thing about your streams, I like the fact that your streams are themed even. So I peeped. So you're on your way to 2,000 subscribers. What you guys been playing this week? Well, you both been playing this week, rather.
So obviously for the streams, we try and be not scheduled, but we try and be on point. So on Fridays we play Fall Guys, the weekends we play Animal Crossing, and Mondays we play Pokemon Sword and Shield. But outside of streams, I've been playing a game this week called 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. It is probably a game you've never heard of, but it's by the people over at Atlas and the people who make Persona. So it came out this week. It's a Vanillaware game. It is a visual novel mixed with like an RTS, mixed with like a point-and-click adventure game. It sounds really weird, but it's super addictive. If you like anime, if you like Atlas, if you like Fire Emblem, it's definitely a game to check out. I'm having a really fun time. It was one of those games I bought just because I'm an Atlas fan, but ended up liking a lot more than I thought I was going to. So that's kind of been what I've been playing this week. And then tonight, later tonight, I'm gonna finally try and get a crown in Fall Guys. I don't know if y'all been getting crowns, but it's hard out there. It's hard out there.
I don't know if he's gonna get that crown. I got one on stream, so I mean I'm good with Fall Guys. But what I've been playing, I still need to finish Ghost of Tsushima. It's on my backlog list right now, and so I'm still in chapter 2. Hopefully I can finish it by this next week. It's just one of those where I hit like a nice little stride and then I stopped playing it, and it's one of those where I'm like, I just need to get it done.
Got it. Well, definitely you both see, this is why I like having you guys on. See, one end playing Fall. You heard it yourself. One end is want to play Fall Guys. The other end Ghost of Tsushima. It's like two totally different, and it's like I appreciate it. So once again, thank you all for coming on. As for myself, I just been playing Monster Hunter Generations on the Switch. I started that game back up again, and it's actually been a lot of fun. I'm anticipating Monster Hunter Rise, so I've been getting back into Monster Hunter, and I actually also been playing a little bit of World on PC because I always said I wanted to see how the game looked on PC. The game looks amazing. So regardless if I have friends not to play it with, yes, I'm one of those.
You're playing PC games and you're not telling me about it?
Well, you say you don't care about Monster
Hunter. I don't have.
You say you don't care about Monster Hunter.
I don't. But I might care about it if I'm playing with my friends, Abaddon.
Okay.
I don't have any PC gamers to play with.
Everybody, a public apology to Rob Rigo that I did not let him know that I got Monster Hunter World this week for $21.
I got it for free. I got it for free. I think it's the same one. It might be the same one.
Yeah, Monster Hunter World.
Let me see. I gotta make sure that's the same one I got.
My favorite games, but I don't have it on PC.
Yeah, I only got it because when I built my PC, I think my GPU came with it for free.
See, that's a good deal.
Like, no, the game came with the GPU. That is, not the GPU was free. I wish the GPU was free.
Which
Monster
GPU
Hunter.
rocking? What are you rocking over there?
I started off with a Radeon 3700X. I think that's what. No, it wasn't 3700X. It's a 5700. I think that's what it was. 5700 XT. 5700 XT. Then I switched over, and now I'm using an NVIDIA RTX 2070 Super.
Nice.
So,
nice.
Yeah, I think that was the better decision. Only because the Radeon kept skipping when I would play like Warfare, Modern Warfare and Warzone. It kept like lagging. And then as soon as I switched over to the 2070 Super, I never had that problem again. So,
I mean, yeah, can't argue with that.
Cool.
Yeah, so
we're gonna give a big shout out to the chat too, because we have got quite a few people here. We got Chipz-N-Stix, what's going on, Chips? We got Ethan here. We got Dorkman here. Wild Stallion is here. Chris Levi is here. VC is here. What's going on, VC? Thank you for coming by as well. And we got Rodrigo supporting the chat. We got Game Blue supporting in the chat. Thank you all so much for coming by. We definitely appreciate all of your support. So we're gonna just jump right into tonight's topics. And yes, it was Monster Hunter World. Cool. Thank you, sir. I see your chat. So we're gonna really discuss Xbox Series X pre-order fiasco, and this was
yes, it was Monster Hunter World. Cool.
I hear.
That's my bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was wondering. I was like, hold on.
I have an echo. But no.
I thought you were a ventriloquist. I didn't know what happened.
Nah, not that. I don't know anything about that. Yo, Deadlock, what's good, man? So basically, with the Xbox Series X, they released their pre-orders. I think it was back on Wednesday, right? And there was a small time clock, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and apparently, this thing was selling out like hotcakes. Everybody was going, losing their mind trying to buy this. And it got to the point where many sites were freezing up. So where you would try to hit pre-order, wouldn't go through because the site was freezing up. And it was unfortunate. You had people who voiced their frustrations with having everything online. And then you had people voice their frustrations that you really couldn't find too many physical products or too many physical pre-orders that you could get from the regular retailers. And then you had people who had issues with resellers buying more than one to support their business and selling it more at a profit. They was getting upset at that. So this was a huge issue in gaming that it was one of those 0 to 100 moments because everyone was so happy about these pre-orders at 11 a.m. By 12 p.m. Twitter was on fire. Like literally, if I could play the GIF as we watch right now, it's like, oh, this is fine. Like everyone was going losing their minds. So I wanted to, you know what? Anyone who wants to take this because this is an interesting conversation. I would like to hear from our guest more from Dom and Cynthia first. Dave, I'm gonna save you for last because you're gonna be the perfect segue into the next topic. You be the perfect segue for the next topic. So I'm gonna save yours for last.
I was gonna say I think he should go first because I know he got something to say.
But he's the perfect segue.
We're gonna let him punch it into the next one.
So
I guess I'll start then because he wasn't the one actually doing the pre-order. I was. Mm-hmm. And so yeah. So he was actually working during the time and I was off. For us, it rolled out, was it Tuesday, right? Or no, it was Wednesday.
Everything was Wednesday, yeah.
But our time was like 8 a.m. because we're on the West Coast. And he was working. I was like, okay, I set my alarm. Everything was good. And I'm watching Twitter. Everything is supposed to go live at 8. Now, mind you, I don't work for Best Buy, but I work inside of a Best Buy. And so that's my preferred retailer because I can physically pick up my items. And so that's where I was banking on. Unfortunately, Best Buy decided to release their pre-orders dead last. I waited an hour for their website just to come out live. After it finally came out live, I didn't secure my pre-order until 10:30 a.m. Site was crashing the entire time. But on the flip side, it was a lot better than the PlayStation pre-order that happened the week prior. Holy crap, was PlayStation a dumpster fire in comparison to the Xbox. I do want to say Xbox actually did it a lot cleaner in the sense that it was organized with timing. Yeah, not everybody released their pre-orders at the same time. I know Walmart, Target, I think they were the first ones to go live at 8 o'clock. Yeah. Microsoft went live at 8 o'clock, but theirs sold out pretty quick. Amazon ended up like not coming live until about, I think it was 8:30, 8:45 around our time. And as like a fail-safe, I was able to secure that one on Amazon just in case we were going to have a repeat of like the PlayStation. Now, mind you, it took me 7.5 hours to secure my pre-order for the PlayStation 5 when that came out. 7.5 hours. Yeah. So I knew, I was like, it was that bad. So I was like, let me just go ahead and get the Xbox on Amazon just in case. But sure enough, an hour and a half in, once it finally went live for Best Buy, I was able to get it. So yeah, that was
that's perspective.
It was crazy.
A little bit.
That's perspective, because there was some people who were trying to say the Xbox, which that somebody, I think was Chips, made a tweet about that. I'm calling you out, Chips. You made a tweet about that, making a joke about how everyone's talking about PlayStation and Xbox had the same issue. Which
no. It wasn't.
Chips is going to take any chance he can to hate on Xbox. So don't put too much stock into that. That's what Chips does.
Yeah, and so let me just give you a little bit of insight when it happened with PlayStation. Now, I don't know if you guys did the Chillcast for PlayStation for when it first came out. Literally when it was just bad because when they sent out their tweet, pre-orders are going to be up, tomorrow, and then all the retailers, they're like, sell it now, and it was so bad. For that one, again, I got it on Best Buy. It went live like around 5:15. I didn't secure my pre-order until after midnight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was that bad, and I'm pretty sure they nuked the site because the app was just broken. I'm pretty sure they nuked it like 2 different times just to like get everyone off of the app to try to get it to work.
And also, real quick, just to kind of like circle back to with Chips' infamous tweet, Xbox versus I really think like it's really on like the retailers, right? Of like how the experience is. I think the reason that we favor Xbox is, at least not in general, but in this specific situation, was we knew what time to be ready. Yes. With like what she was saying, PlayStation was just like, it was just like Walmart and then GameStop, and then it just trickled out to like
no one was expecting PlayStation. That was the problem.
But I think the reason that we prefer it because Xbox at least stuck to their guns of, we're going to be live at 8 for the most part, so everybody could be ready. Now, on the retailer side, man, they were not ready. Like every retailer site, including Microsoft's retail site, it crashed. People were getting kicked out on checkout. People's carts were emptying out. People, like, we know Gamer Thumb TV, he had his Target checkout and he thought he failed.
30 minutes later, he secured it on Amazon, only to find out it actually went through on Target.
Yeah, he ended up getting the email later saying that he actually did pre-order it. Just, yes, PlayStation versus Xbox, obviously, but really it comes back to like on the retailers, is their sites are just garbage and they're just not ready for all this foot traffic to come in, which you would think like they should have been. I think probably the only one who didn't have issues was Amazon.
That's because
due to this pandemic, toilet paper went through the roof. They're ready for anything else that you want, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it came down to when it comes just to experience with pre-ordering.
Well, not just that. So your comment earlier about flippers, right? It doesn't help that not all of these retailers have a system in place for bots. Best Buy literally has 0 walls set up to combat bots. And so, people might be, they might have multiple accounts to secure multiple consoles, because for the most part, you can only order 1 console per account. But if you have a bot set up, there's no limit to how many you can buy. I don't know of the other retailers. Amazon was pretty good, but they probably have the same issue.
Even if you have CAPTCHA set up, you can set up code, in the things that they use for bots to even bypass CAPTCHA. I think what ends up happening, to be honest, is people lose their stuff on Twitter because they just haven't experienced something like this. For us, see back here, we have tons of Funkos. And a lot of them,
I deal with it all the time.
A lot of them are pre-orders, and they're limited quantity. So you want to talk about bots? We deal with them probably every month. But for the average Joe out there who they bought a PS4 in 2013, now they're gonna buy a PS5 or whomever, right? Like this might be their big purchase in the last half decade. They don't get to deal with bots all the time. So how they deal with it is through their voice on Twitter, just complaining and losing their mind because they didn't. They just weren't ready for it. And I think that's what we see a lot out there, just a majority of those people who you probably just haven't ordered anything that was this wanted in a long time.
The last time a physical console came out was what, 2013 is what you told me?
Yeah, well, the PS4 and the original Xbox.
Yeah. And so, no one was expecting this. But like I said, back to side-by-side PlayStation to Xbox was so much easier to get. I didn't waste my whole day trying to get it. I'm 7.5 hours just on my phone for PlayStation. 1.5 for Xbox. I'll take that any day.
Absolutely. Dank Nissan said, why not just buy a bot then? I would say that's more of a preference, and it all depends on what you're going to be using that for. If you're somebody who is going to be using that bot in a sense of you're constantly reselling products, and I would, yes, encourage and go ahead and use that, because that saves your time and that increases your business. But if you're just like, kind of like what Cynthia said, just the average person, the necessity of a bot will be more, there'll be more of a loss on you to spend on that.
I'm sitting here like, who's just buying bots? Like, do we have a chat full of like underworld criminals that I didn't know about? What's going on here? Everybody knows.
I wouldn't call them criminals, but it's definitely an underworld.
You know what
chat.
I mean. You know what I mean. Listen, I know some people that do some flipping, and all of it ain't consoles, but they definitely use bots. So.
I do feel bad for some of the other retailers though, because I know, what was it? Was it GameStop that only had a very limited quantity of consoles available?
Well, that was in store, yeah, in store.
Well, right, but you know, a lot of people are complaining that, you know, why wasn't the option of pre-ordering in store a thing? Well, one, pandemic. I mean, why do you want hordes of people going to a store when this isn't, you know, under control, you know, in our region, right? But two, I mean, I know with Best Buy it was all online only. Amazon, I mean, that's the only option you have. Walmart, I just don't think they wanted the responsibility, so it's like all online only. But GameStop, they only had like maybe 6 to 2 units per at each location. And the crazy part was, I heard that one location had a line of like 87 people down the block when they only had like 6 consoles available for pre-order.
Yeah. Now, my boy Holla went to the GameStop around our way on Wednesday, and he said he pulled up, there was about 30 people outside the GameStop, and they only had 7 consoles. So he just turned around and left. Like, they had it up in the window. There was, it said 6 Xbox Series X's and 1 Xbox Series S. And he just dipped out. He's like, I'm not even doing it.
I don't understand that. I feel like they should have prepared more for that. I feel like that's, if you're going to put out a high commodity product like that, you should have more in stock. Like, there's no one's.
But you know what? They didn't. I think it was their plan for them to not have that much because, again, pandemic's still going on. They don't want people crowding the store. You think you're going there to get a console, and you leave with COVID. No. You know what I'm saying? So
that's fair.
They didn't want that to be the case. At the end of the day, I mean, it's unprecedented to even see this type of response to Xbox. Like I told y'all in the group chat earlier in this week, Xbox has sold out in Korea and Japan, which is never happened ever.
In minutes.
Like
minutes.
Japan ignores Japan like literally they sold out on Amazon.jp in 1 minute, and they sold out on another one in 12 minutes. Like Japan ignores the Xbox like Tory Lanez ignores accountability. Like it's been that way for years. So now to see this, you know where the world is at. You know what I'm saying? Like, people want these new consoles. They're going to go to any length to get them. And honestly, I think everybody should just cool out, relax, let them restock, get your console. Don't fight nobody. Kill them bots. And we can all live the way it needs to be. Because everybody going to get one eventually. Everybody going to get your Xbox. You're going to get your PS5. You're going to get your game on. Ain't nobody got nothing to do. The world's still shut down. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and stop beefing over the consoles.
Another thing to remember is this is still only pre-orders. Launch day is still, you know, it's still right around the corner. They're going to have plenty in stock.
Online too. They will have more online.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, even if they don't have any available in store for you to pick up, like Best Buy is going to be packed for us. I mean, I can just already anticipate it. But I mean, once the console is available, one with Xbox, they're not even making the older one anymore. So this is the only option you can order moving forward. So you're going to be able to get your hands on it at any time afterwards. So it's just pre-orders right now is just crazy out of the water. And yeah, I do think people need to calm down. I mean, we still got 2 months.
That thing of it's the thing of everybody wants to feel like they're first. That's what it really comes down to.
Yeah.
Really, the tech game this year has turned into what the sneaker game was. That's really what it is. If you look at the parallels, it's really like the tech game and the sneaker game. You look at how the Xbox Series X just went, how the PS5 just went, how the RTX 3080 and 3090 has went. All these people going to any length to be the first one with it. Why? Because I don't know. You can't go out and flex with your Xbox Series X or your RTX 3080 like you can with a pair of new Jordans. You can't do it. You're not going to show up to the club with your graphics card. It's not happening. But with that being the case, it's turned into that mentality of that I need to be first. And I think it does come down to the pandemic. Everybody's so bored. They need something to flex with. You ever look at Twitter? Everybody's just arguing over nothing now. So they got to find something to flex and argue about, and that's what's happening right now. I was the first one. I was able to get this. I was able to get 5 of these, and I can sell the other 4, and you can't even get one. Ha ha. No, like just get your console and play the game.
Listen, I don't got money to choose.
Oh, I don't even have money to pre-order right now. I'm just watching everybody else. Okay, listen, I got bills and responsibilities.
The other thing I think you hit on the head too with the pandemic is like for us. Or for me, I know personally, securing your pre-order day one means you don't gotta leave the house. You know what I mean? And for a lot of people, that's important. It's like I know if I secure my pre-order today, I don't have to worry about going to Walmart on day one, standing in line with 80 people at GameStop day one. Even if they do have stock, I know that I have that kind of ease of mind saying it's done, it's over with, it's prepaid, whatever, right? And maybe that's not everyone's situation, but I know there's a lot of people out there who, you know, they just don't want to leave the house, and making sure that they have their pre-order secure, not having to worry about that. Just because at the end of the day, it's all just because you want it. Nobody needs a PS5. Nobody needs.
I'm gonna let y'all in on a secret. I'm probably not getting any of these consoles until either late this year or sometime next year. And when I do get it, I'm still not leaving the house. I'm not going anywhere. I'm hitting the order button on whatever website I buy it from. And I'm going to wait until I hear that knock on my door with the box outside. I'm not going outside for anything. Nothing. I might not even reach out the door to get it. I might go ahead and use one of them little grabber tools to pull it inside. I'm not going outside for nothing. I'm sorry. It's not happening. It's not going down.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you. Like, definitely. But, I want to touch on a few things said in the chat, and then we're going to definitely want to hear what Daydream has to say about this, because it's a lot. Y'all been saying a lot, but let's see. Deluxe 7. Well, I comment on part of what he said. MC Murray says scalping won't stop because people buy scalped crap. They lapping up 1K pre-order flip like poop off a stoop. You
Word.
sound
It's like chips.
Don't do that.
hey, how many PS5s you got now, Chips?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I ain't say nothing. I'll be back.
Don't do that. Anyway, Rada Lucas said GameStop need all the traffic because they're struggling. I mean, they got a lot of good traffic to their website, so that's good. Let's see. Ethan said that let the bots live. Dorgan said, DD, why is there not more stock? So that's a question for you, DD. He said, why is there not more stock?
Okay, I see it. Dorkmon. What's up, Dorkmon? As to why there isn't more stock, I'm assuming he's talking about the Xbox.
Yeah.
to give him the most honest answer that I can give him, because I don't work for Microsoft, they have only produced a certain number up until this point, produced and shipped, and that's it. That's all I can say. You know, as far as I can see, you know, they shipped so many was bought. Just gotta wait for the rest to be available to buy.
Fair enough.
That's my long answer.
Fair enough.
What's up, Dork, man? What's up, man?
Let's see. We had a few people. Wild Stallion. Dank said there ain't no stock because of COVID. The problem ain't the bots. I know of many people who copped without a bot. Exactly. The people who did get without a bot. Wild Stallion said, I feel the retailers rather are making consoles available in ways to get a foot traffic in stores so people will shop, and scarcity for expensive console drives the demand on casuals. That is a very good point, Wild Stallion. Like, you're exactly
Casual.
Let's see.
I'm sorry, I hate that word. I hate the word casual so bad. But keep going.
I am getting
Just let people play their games, man.
Dorkman said, I am getting a PS5 and I do not even want, but I am going to get it. Why are you going to get it then if you don't want it, man? Austin Kane, thank you for coming by. Welcome to the channel. He said, and same to you, Dank Me, son. Both of you, welcome to the channel. Would you guys ever consider buying two to sell one and pay for your personal one? If I had the money, I would. If I had the money, I'll flip it and sell it.
That is definitely something that I would do. It's definitely a smart thing in my opinion.
Yeah. Deluxe.
Personally,
y'all got money.
We'll just keep the two because we need two anyway.
Well, that's real. That's real. You both need the game.
Give me one. Give me one. And then give me a lot more work hours so I can make that money back.
Yeah, we really have a problem. So the plan is eventually we will order two Xbox Series X's. We do have two PlayStation 5s pre-ordered. That's for sure. But the reason why I didn't cop two of the Xboxes is because there's no Halo Infinite. So what's my incentive?
Game Pass.
See, that's the crazy part. I thought when Halo was announced that it got delayed, I thought the hype died. I've never been an Xbox person, by the way, but just from looking at media, I thought the hype for the console completely died out. Was it something else that happened that had people hyped about it?
Xbox was the first console I ever played on, and I will live with that. Yeah, and Halo was actually the first game I played on the first Xbox. And so my heart and love is just solely with Xbox. Now we still play most of our games on PlayStation because that's where most of the co-op games are. But it's only because Halo was delayed. One, it broke my heart, so I was very, very sad. But I was like, okay, we're just gonna get one. We don't need two until I know more about the Halo Infinite release date. Then we'll pick up a second.
You know what, too? I think the other piece of it is there is 50+ million Xboxes out in the wild, right? And if you compare it to PlayStation, they lose. But 50 million people, that's a lot of freaking people. Yeah. And I think that there's a good portion of them that probably have the OG Xbox, the ugly one. I mean, like the one that's like ginormous, looks like a big old VCR.
The one we're staring at?
And and they're playing Call of Duty, they're playing NBA, maybe they got Game Pass. And they're looking for the next step up to continue doing it, right? They want to play Apex in 4K. They want to play the next Forza. Maybe they want to play, the new Assassin's Creed, whatever. And now is just a time to upgrade. I think it's just a natural path for probably a lot of customers that you don't even hear. Like they're probably not even on Twitter. They're not probably super gamers. They maybe they chat about it in Facebook sometime. I think those are a huge population of people out there too.
We're gonna need to talk about Game Pass a little bit more because something happened earlier this week that was huge that we need to talk about. I want to give Dre his thoughts on this because there are a few questions on here that definitely pertain to him. Deadlock7 said, fair enough. However, anyone prioritizing getting a console and scalping and ripping off people that really want it and creating a fake shortage during a pandemic need to look at themselves. And I'm glad that we're Deadlock. I know you don't mean no harm, so I'm glad you're here because I want us to actually discuss that. Because, and you know what, I'm gonna. Yeah, and I'm gonna. He said I'm gonna just stop reading the comments there because we will have Austin Kane, and I think he's a new viewer. I haven't seen your name before, but he says, "What is your stance on scalpers? Do you hate the player or do you hate the game?" And I'm gonna say neither. I don't feel like you don't have to hate either one. You don't have to hate the player. You don't have to even hate the game of it. I feel as though you could respect both of them. You could respect, the game itself, and you could respect, the person playing the game. And you could just choose not to participate.
I just want to thank them for saying, "Do you hate the player or hate the game?" in 2020, because I got taken back to my childhood.
It felt old, right? Yeah, word.
It felt like the mid 90s for a second. I was about to, hear the bang head bounce, watch some Moesha and all that. Okay, you hate the player, hate the game. I feel you. But yo, get an 8-ball jacket.
Yo, Dave, man, what are your thoughts on this whole thing? Because a lot of people have been upset with individuals like you who have a business, a legitimate. Let's stress that word, a legitimate business.
Legit.
But people are upset at your business. So for you, I feel you would be the best person to kind of unpack this and talk about this from your perspective.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to remember what the original statement was, but it was something like, I guess, scalping and stand. One thing that it stood out in the person's comment was sticking people up. I'm a big proponent of the free market. I think the free market should stay free. I definitely understand people's frustration and people's emotion about not getting the console they wanted. I personally own a bot for bots have become mainstream now, so I own a bot, and my the people that I kind of flip with, I have a flip group that I'm with, they clown me because I don't use the bot, because I just haven't set it up, I haven't installed it or whatever. So I was actually able to get an Xbox and a PlayStation from my phone, just regular. Didn't take that long to get it. But from my perspective, with just the whole process of reselling, I would want to try to educate people that reselling is a humongous community. If you've never seen it, I would definitely #FlipLife on Twitter. It's a very broad community. It isn't just scalping. Now, scalping is a type of reselling, but reselling in itself is a very broad genre. Walmart resells, Best Buy resells, any retailer resells. In secondhand market, it's all reselling. So as far as scalping goes, I understand people's frustration. It's a legal thing, except for, essential items. You can't really flip that in most places. But it's definitely a thing. And do I partake in it? Yeah, I do. I take advantage of whatever the market provides for me to be able to do that. Am I holding people hostage and forcing people to buy that product? No, I'm not. I don't force anybody to buy anything, bid on anything. It's just the market. That's what it is. And the market value is always set. And I want to emphasize this. The market value is always set by the buyer, not the seller. It's set by the buyer. So if I take this and I put it on eBay for $1 million, despite whatever other sellers are doing, right? And somebody comes on and they buy it, the market value is going to look at that and say, "Oh, that game is now worth $1 million." Now, you don't have to agree with that buyer, right? But that's who creates the market. The sellers may contribute to scarcity and rarity, right? But most sellers, I'll tell you, they're not going to create scarcity of something that isn't already in high demand. These consoles are already in high demand, so take advantage of it, put it on the market, and I'll tell you guys this: if nobody buys it, the market value stays at MSRP. And it's as simple as that. So, long story shorter, I'll tell you this: do I partake in it? Yes. Is it a buyer's market versus a seller's market? It just depends. That's the beauty of the free market. And the main thing that I kind of got frustrated with was some people calling for it to be illegal to resell game consoles, graphic cards. You can call it scalping, sure, but again, scalping is a type of reselling. And there was some prominent YouTuber that said eBay and Amazon should ban anybody that goes 1 cent over the suggested price from the manufacturer. I want to stress that too. MSRP is a suggestion. It's not a law. Walmart could sell switches for $400, $10,000 if they wanted to. Now, they probably lose their contract with the manufacturer if they did that, but there's no law against that. So I want to stress that again. It's a buyer's market. Whatever the buyer buys, they set the tone for how that trend's going to look. And then once there's more product in stock, streets get flooded full of product, market goes down, and everybody's happy. So that's my long story short on, I guess, what the viewer kind of threw my way. Hope I answered you, whoever that was.
For some reason, I felt like playing the Final Fantasy VII Victory theme after you just said all that.
Well, I don't know.
And it's
what are you feeling?
It's no, I'm not gonna do that. It's just like because, and it's nothing against nobody because it's like you address this from a factual standpoint, and it's like we're not gonna put out the YouTuber who said that and everything. If you know, you know. If you don't, we're not gonna go ahead and put that out there. But I see where you're coming from, and it's like you said, it's a buyer's market. If someone buys it, you can't stop that. And it's like I feel as though we should take in consideration, we are in a pandemic and people are forced to stay home. So it's like, what is somebody to do? What are some people? What if, like, literally, we call it scalping, but some people are literally buying, let's just say, 3 consoles and flipping that to drop ship, which is another form of it, to do drop shipping just so they can make enough money to not, pay some rent and start having a savings and backing up so they could start saving up on more food. Because granted, we had one lockdown this year. Who's to say that there won't be another lockdown? So you want to make sure you have enough money on hand to buy all the supplies you need. If you need to buy extra water, extra, as we know, toilet paper and paper towels and different things. So, and there were millions, not thousands, millions of people who did not have jobs for like 6 months. Like, what do we expect?
Still don't.
Exactly. Some still don't. What do you expect people to do?
Me.
Point.
I'm one of them.
Hey.
Point.
I haven't worked since March because of this pandemic.
Point.
Me.
Point being. So it's like you push people into a corner when we start trying to dictate on the internet from our own moral compass to saying what you can and cannot do. And it's almost like at that point, you're going to judge somebody to saying, well, you shouldn't do this because you don't agree with the ethics of their legal business. But you would definitely disagree with them if they took illegal measures to make sure they could provide for themselves or their families, which is something that has traditionally people have been pushed to do if they feel like they don't have support, and you don't ever want to do that. So that's why I understand when it comes to gamers, but at the end of the day, I'm going to say something that I know a lot of gamers say. I'm prepared for the backlash of me saying this. It's just video games. It's a luxury item. It's a luxury item.
It is.
That's the part. Like, if you start
playing, I mean, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna sound like I'll take the bullets for you because I've been playing video games since 1994. I love playing video games, but let me tell you, playing video games, having access to video games is something, I call it first world privilege, right? And there's nothing wrong with it. I love living in the first world. I don't know about you. I love it here. But it is a luxury habit. Like, think about any habit that you could do. Think about how much money you have to put up just to get in the door to a luxury habit like this, right? So again, I get people are probably very mad. They're passionate about their video games. They're passionate about, whatever game or genre or whatever. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But it is something that is legal. And I'm going to touch on what you touched on about people have an opportunity to feed their family. Let me tell you, I'm in a community of resellers, and we sell. There's so many different avenues. I won't even spend time breaking it down for you here, but there are people who did lose their job in March, and they decided to invest in a reselling operation, a business, right? So, and they've been able to feed their family. They've been able to pay their bills. They've been able to actually be independent from doing other things, doing it this way. Now, some people may not see it, and I understand it, because if you don't understand reselling as a whole, economics, business, and all you are just looking at is you didn't get your console, that's all you're looking at, you're going to hate reselling. You're going to associate the entire market of reselling with scalping, which is kind of unfair. I think people should educate themselves. And I can understand the emotion, but just don't be so emotional that you say things that are kind of crazy that reselling should be illegal, because what that tells me is you want Big Daddy government to come in and just clamp down on everything. And I promise you, if you ask the government to come in and help you, they're not coming to help you get your console. It will be worse for you. So as an American, I love the freedom of the free market. I love the opportunity to sell based on demand and supply. And I also love the fact that I can buy what I want. I can't tell you how many GameCube games I bought that I wanted sealed from my childhood because of mass nostalgia, that I bought brand new, way over resale. I mean, way over MSRP, because I wanted them. And nobody stood in my way to get them. There was no laws, no measures, and I love that. That is the beauty of the free market. And again, nobody forced me. I could have said, no, I want MSRP. Nah, I want that item. I press buy. 4 or 5 days later, it's at my house. I love that. So whatever it is on the market that you want and you couldn't get, I understand. Just wait it out. Look at the Animal Crossing Switches. If you sat in March or May when they dropped, they're all over the place. The streets is flooded right now. You can get them everywhere. You can get them in the store. They shadow dropped them. They didn't even put them on any type of alert. They wanted you to be able to get them. So, yeah, and that's just my 2 cents.
No, I understand the add to what you're saying. It's like you said, you got to just wait it out, because these aren't limited edition items. Like, it's kind of like if we go back to the sneaker parallel that Rob was sharing earlier. Those Jordans, those sneakers, those were limited editions that people were waiting online for.
Oh yeah.
When they went out, that was it. You couldn't get no more. And I would say, like I said, and Deadlock is a good friend of the channel. So it's like, that's why it's like we're having this, this conversation and everything. And even though we may not fully see eye to eye, it's still all love for, especially someone like Deadlock 7, who's been there for the Chillcast for around the 2 years we've been running. Over the 2 years we've been running already. So we just want to have this conversation because Dave is a friend of mine, and it's like I had a interview with him before. Got to have you on another interview too, by the way. Yeah, that's gonna be a thing.
Let's do it.
It's gonna be a thing. But it's like we see eye to eye when it comes to the ethics of business, and in a sense of self-owned businesses. When some people, they have literally changed their lives reselling. And Dave, Funko wanted to know the difference between a scalper and a reseller. So I want you to answer that. But one thing I want people to understand is people's lives have transformed. When, like, there's literally been people who got laid off, started reselling, and they cleared their debt in half a year. Like, those stories are real. And it's a legitimate business. They're not breaking the law or anything. They're paying their taxes just like everybody else.
Real quick too.
Go for it.
I know you're gonna answer the question. I don't understand the people can't fathom this. This is not anything new. Mm-hmm. In 2006, and when I was in high school, I bought a PlayStation 3. I resold that thing for over $1,200 on eBay, and I didn't buy a PS3 again until 2009. I wasn't a scalper. I wasn't a reseller. I was a kid who came up on a pre-order at EB Games. I picked it up and I went, oh crap, it's selling for how much on eBay? Put it on eBay. I don't need it. And I sold it. And you know how many people exist like that you think that, yeah, it's just bots on eBay, it's just scalpers. But at the end of the day, there's so many people right now sitting their butts at home who are just bored, and they're just doing it to see, it's like me talking to her and be like, maybe I'm not into the new Jordans or whatever is coming out. Let me buy 2 pairs. Let me just see if they can sell real quick. And worst case, I sell them for retail. I just get my money back, right? because people are just going to eat that up. So I think people exist of all kinds of natures, but this is not anything new. This has happened for the Switch launch. It happened for the Wii launch. It even happened for the Wii U launch. Yeah, you don't believe people wanted it? People wanted it, and then they found out what it was, and then that's a whole nother story. But it happened then too. Like, this has existed forever. So I don't know the hate behind it. Like, be chill.
I think the hate behind it, like you said, you noticed an opportunity to flip that PS3 based on what the market value for that was at that time, right? Obviously, with more PS3 being mass produced, the market value dropped. And again, I'm going back to my main point. The market value is what somebody's willing to buy, and that person has the same right to buy at $1,200 just as much as you had to list it at $1,200. That is the beautiful thing about the free market that I love. So, but yeah, as far as like resellers and what's the difference between reselling and scalping, it's funny because I know that that user is who asked the question. Scalping is a form of reselling. So scalping is obviously what we all know. Something is in high demand, even if it's artificial or if it's organic demand, and you raise the price 2, 3, 4, or whatever times you want to raise it and sell it. That's in short term, I guess that's what scalping is. People don't like it because it is an item that is in very high demand. People are wanting this item for whatever reason. Maybe it's scarcity. Maybe it's a new shoe that they want that they know is limited. Maybe it's a console launch or whatever. That's scalping. Reselling is anytime you resell something, anything for a profit, for a loss, it's literally that. You go through a thrift store and you see, I don't know, a Pokemon board game for $1. I think one of my friends on Twitter did this. He found a Pokemon game from 1999 for $1 in a thrift store, put it on eBay for $40 and sold it. That's reselling. Now, is it scalping? I don't know. I'm not a huge Pokemon person. Maybe a Pokemon person like, no, that's scalping. He shouldn't have done that. So I don't know. But again, that's the beauty of the market. The market said, I'm willing to pay $40. The seller made $39 minus fees, tax, and shipping. That's the beauty of what we have here in America. So I don't know. That's how I see it.
I see another comment in the chat too. I think it's Funko here saying about that they should engineer things to stop bots. And my very transparent answer with that is retailers don't care. Like, at the end of the day, if I'm Walmart, if I'm GameStop, and I'm gonna go and sell 10,000 units of something, I have to have appearance on social media because they're a brand, and maybe they stay silent, maybe they comment on it. But at the end of the day, if those 10,000 units sell and we turn a profit, like, the business doesn't necessarily care where it goes to. Trust me, I get angry at, bots and stuff too. We miss out on tons of stuff, but it may ruin the moment, but 5 minutes later I move on about my day. It doesn't ruin my day, but at the end of the day, the businesses, it doesn't matter. They got their money. They got their money. Yeah. They made their profit. They got customers in, bots and legit ones. They did what they were supposed to on one end, which is hopefully they added to the cart, right? I saw so many people tweet of, hey, I pre-ordered my PS5, also snagged the Miles Morales, also snagged the headset, also snagged the DVD controller, whatever that little ugly thing is. Don't buy it. They added their cart, and that's what retailers want, right? They want you to add to the basket, and then you have the bots who they just auto buy, other stuff and then resold it. But at the end of the day, to the retailer, it's the same. So why put through so many different hoops if someone's just going to code a bot to get over it anyways? It seems wasted effort. I don't know.
I have a theory now. I don't have anything proving this, but I throw this thought around on Twitter sometimes. People say sites should have bot protection, right? And a lot of people don't know how bots work, so it's kind of a little bit ignorance. But I'll put it like this: the same mind that creates a bot, right? Something's genius is to help you check out items at just lightning speeds. The same mind that creates that type of software is the same mind an employer would hire to stop it, right? So it's kind of like, you could say somebody needs to create bot protection and they're going to hire somebody to do that. And that's the same type of person mentally that knows how to create the bot to get past it. So what will happen is, this is just from experience, my knowledge of what I know about bots. Eventually, whatever bot you have let's say you're trying to bot Walmart or Best Buy. eventually Walmart and Best Buy security will beat that bot. The developer goes and then enhances the bot, changes some code, and then goes right back to what it was doing in a week or two later. So I don't know a successful way to add bot protection, because these are human people creating both of these algorithms or software, whatever you want to call it. So one is just going to get the upper hand for a little while, and the other one's going to come right back around and get the upper hand again. So, and it could be the same person. I don't know. If I knew how to make a bot, I might work for Walmart with bot protection. I don't know. Seems like a nice gig.
I think you already touched on it earlier. How you combat it is you just don't buy them on eBay. You don't buy them. You wait it out, and eventually that reseller is going to have to sell it because they need to get it out of their house, their closet, their warehouse, whatever, however they keep it. They're gonna have to get it out, and they might sell it marginally over MSRP, but that's probably what you'd be paying with taxes anyways. Throw on an extra $10 on there, get yourself a 1X, Nintendo Switch, Animal Crossing, like the ones like you just said earlier. They got restocked today. Well, that's just gonna drive the price down of all the ones sitting on eBay because people can go buy it for $2.99. So I think just don't buy it. You know, that's how you combat it, really.
That is definitely true.
Definitely indeed, but we unpacked a lot with that, so I definitely want to shift back into a more brighter note, because the chat has been talking a lot. We want to thank you all for we want to thank you all for contributing. We thank you especially Funko, Nissan, as well as Duke. We have some new people here. Yo, what's going on? What's going on, DMC? He said, what did Chip say? And I hired. And it is what it is, to be honest. We don't blame resellers for having their own business. Duke, man, I'm glad to have you on. Hey, yo, Rob, before we move forward, did you have anything you wanted to add to this?
For what?
Cause
you said everything, man.
No.
I have nothing to say.
Yes, you do.
Your
words are important.
I am so glad. No, I know my words are important, but I'm so glad that they laid that out so perfectly in a way that I have nothing to say. I'm all for it. I'm over here drinking my water, drinking my ginger ale, and enjoying and making sure that nothing else going on in my house can interfere, which is why that be right back screen comes up. But I'm still here listening. I'm still here involved. I'm here.
All right.
Yeah, man. Don't worry. I got you, bro.
Gamer Thumb TV, what's going on,
Hey,
man?
plus, not to mention, the first 30 to 45 minutes of this joint, I said enough. I said more than enough then. So I like how, our guests are putting in the work and letting it be known, because I don't resell nothing. Y'all know me, I'm broke. If I get something, I'm keeping it for me. Okay? It's mine. I spent my money. So I ain't reselling nothing, man. It's all good. If I sell it, that means I'm done with it, and I don't have any need for it anymore. When I sold my Xbox One S, my original Xbox One, my regular PS4, I sold those. They gone. The whole resale game, I don't got enough money to be buying extras and flipping and all that. Somebody give me $1. Okay, that's what we talking right now. So they got that topic. I love what they had to say about it, and I do agree. I'll say that much. I do agree that they don't need to be bringing the government in. You know me. You know how anti-government I am. So I definitely agree with that point. Let the people get their hustle on, man. We in the middle of a pandemic. Everybody gotta make their money. Everybody gotta get their product. As long as it balances out, so that people just aren't short and not able to get their stuff because of these bots, then I ain't got no problem with it, man. That's just part of the game. That's just part of the game, man. But at the same time, we're humans. Have some patience. If you can't get it right now, you can get it later. What Hustle Man used to say, man, if you need it, you got it. So make sure you get it while the getting's good. You feel me? So they'll get it when the getting's good.
See?
If y'all not old enough to watch Martin, I feel sorry for you. I really feel sorry for you if you're not old enough to catch Martin references. That's just sad. Go play Animal Crossing or something. No disrespect to Animal Crossing. No disrespect to Animal Crossing. I'm just saying, if I had to think of someone around my daughter's age, they're probably playing Animal Crossing. That's all I'm saying.
You know
my
what's
daughter's
sad?
12.
The average
She
age
plays
Animal
that.
Crossing is like 30.
It is.
Really?
Yeah.
You think it's children? Children don't want to read. The average age is a lot
I mean,
older.
as a person,
old folk.
as a man with a 12-year-old daughter who plays Animal Crossing, that's the first game that comes to mind.
12,
when I
12
think
yeah,
a
I see
kid.
12. 12's a good. Anything under 12, it's a lot of reading and stuff. You know, they tune out after their second.
Kids
phase.
read?
Yeah,
Kids read?
That's what-
Yes, children
Hold
read,
up,
bro.
kids read?
Children
Oh
read.
my
Back
gosh.
then, they wanted to keep the Pokemon, right?
Children read, bro.
Oh man, children are reading. That's crazy.
Pandemic.
What is this world we are living in?
Listen,
We got to make some changes around here, man. These kids are reading now. Anyway,
First of all, we gotta give a shout out though. We do gotta give a shout out. Shout out to the 30 people who are watching right now, because that is for the new channel. That is a new record for the new channel. So
nah, definitely, yeah, nah. This is probably most active at it since we switched channels. So shout out to everybody.
thank you so
Appreciate y'all.
much.
Everybody that's in the chat, everybody that's watching, everybody that's hitting the like button, everybody that's just kicking it with us, you know, hitting the subscribe button, the notification bell. We appreciate y'all. More content coming soon, because it's not only going to be Chillcast over here. That's just what's up here now, but there's going to be more content. So we do appreciate y'all, man. Much love.
Indeed. Deadlock 7 said, I'm just stating a point. Personally, I feel 2020 has bigger problems, of course, so it's all good. Yeah, it's all good for real, man. Like, Deadlock 7 is definitely one of the homie, like, has some of the best questions for the Chillcast for Q&A. So I'm definitely going to acknowledge that. Gunslinger, what's going on? I have not seen Gunslinger in the chat in a long time. He said, if the consumer
Yo, what up, Gunslinger? How you doing, man?
Yeah, he said if the consumer is willing to buy what the seller is offering, then is, like David said, the beauty of the market. There's someone there that's willing to buy a product at any cost, supply and demand. Exactly. There's always a market for somebody. You just got to make sure who you're marketing towards. And for you, the consumer, I would say it's on the consumer to find the best person who's going to sell them what they want. And sometimes that's trusted retailers, and sometimes that could be resellers. It's a wonderful market out here.
Sometimes it's them bots, you feel me?
Yo, Indio, what's good, homie? He said Indio.
You gotta say bots like that. Bots.
Indio
You know what I'm
said,
saying?
can we talk about how resellers need to get the boot to the booty, copping all these systems to turn around and mark it up? I mean,
you just missed that topic,
you
Indio.
missed that. You missed it.
You just missed that topic, man. Hey, like I said, be patient. Be patient, man. You can't stop the bots. You can't. Man, what Jay-Z say? Indio, since I know you a rapper, you can't knock the hustle, man. Can't knock the hustle. Gotta let people get their grind on.
Duke.
And I'm also going to say this, and this is what I tell anybody. How can I say this? Media, guys, don't let any form of media influence your emotions to an unhealthy extent, gaming or non-gaming.
That goes for anyone.
I'll say that right there.
That
yeah, I'll just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying?
You could take that. We could take that to a whole nother topic.
Yes,
we could take that to a whole nother topic. Please don't let the media lie to you. I'm gonna call for what it is. Don't let the media lie to you. It's all smokes and mirrors.
Not even lie. Like sometimes they tell them the truth. Just don't let them. If they tell you, sometimes they don't even like. Sometimes media, just in general, and I'll say gaming. Sometimes gaming media, like they're not telling you facts. Sometimes they're just trying to sell you an emotion for like the attachment rate. You know, I'm gonna keep it right there. You know,
Respect.
I made you mad today at 8, but I'm gonna make you mad today at 5. So stay tuned for my next. You know, like whoa, what? You know, so that's just my little 2 cents. I'll leave it there.
Nah, man, I definitely appreciate it. You definitely appreciate your contributions tonight, man. Let's see. Duke said definitely bigger problems this year than missing out on the PS5. Check out those PS4 games you haven't played yet. Bust out the Nintendo 64 and enjoy some of those games again. Facts. I mean, I've been playing games I already own, trying to beat those games now. So it's like, we got
a whole whiteboard set up over here. We got a whiteboard and a little eraser and the magic markers. Look, we got a whole whiteboard of shame, I call it. You know.
Oh,
Yeah, it's all
the
over-
backlog,
all
the
over-
backlog games.
Yeah.
This one's a realistic one though, because to get the one of shame, I would have to have like one of those ones with wheels. It's a little one. It's a realistic one,
Yeah.
you know. Just a few on there.
Let's see. Twinkie D, welcome Twinkie D to the channel. Thank you for subbing. He said, but also you don't need bots to get stuff. I got a couple of pre-orders on my phone while at work. It's possible with the right information. See, and yeah, I'll come back your words. I see Indio and Dick are getting to know each other. Deadlock 7 said, take media with a grain of salt. Always look at the bias and the reason to be told something. People need to watch out for those sources. Facts. All right, yo, Dank Nissan, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you for coming by. First time stream. Appreciate you subscribing. Thank you so much. Please have a safe night and enjoy your shift at work. All right, so we're going to actually talk about the news that I believe contributed to Xbox selling out so much on Wednesday, or the pre-orders at least, and that is Microsoft purchase. But see, how you pronounce it? I always miss the name. How you pronounce it, Rob?
What, Bethesda?
Bethesda. I always forget how to pronounce it. Listen,
It's an actual city in Maryland.
I forget how to put. Listen, man, don't judge me. I was being vulnerable to say, I don't know how to pronounce the word. You're supposed to have my back.
I was thinking they bought something else. I was
You're
like,
supposed to have my back. You're supposed to have my back.
No,
You were supposed to have my back.
No, you know the state of Maryland.
You're supposed to have my back.
It's a city here.
I don't know every city by pronunciation. I'm not from here.
Well, okay, yeah, okay. You can't. You're up too far. Down here, we can catch the train to Bethesda.
I'm not from here.
Oh man,
You left me hanging.
no, you hurt me.
You left me hanging.
You hurt my feelings.
How
man.
could you?
Who hurt you? Nah, man. Yeah, so Bethesda. Xbox bought Bethesda and ZeniMax.
Thank you. I literally see. At least I asked instead of saying it wrong. At least I asked.
Yes, you asked and broke my heart at the same time. You know how I feel about DC and Maryland.
Listen, man. I love y'all, but I'm sorry.
Just respect Maryland moving forward, man.
Ronald, man, you supposed to have my back, Ronald.
Maryland. Who?
Ronald Lucas supposed to have my back. I don't even have my back out here.
Oh, okay. The Ronald Lucas. I ain't see him in the chat. I was about to say, I know you just call me Ronald. First you can't pronounce Bethesda. Now you can't pronounce Rob. What's going on here? But they had some problems up in here.
Okay. But anyway, Bethesda and you said ZeniMax, right?
Yeah, Bethesda and ZeniMax is the parent company for
like
Bethesda.
Fallout, like basically Fallout, the Doom games, Skyrim.
Fallout, Doom, Skyrim. What's that new joint that's supposed to be coming out? Starfield or something like that.
Yeah, Starfield.
What else, man? A bunch of games. Wolfenstein. Yeah, all those
games.
properties fall under there. So
and
Xbox is building up. Yeah, they're going to be on Game Pass. I am a Game Pass Ultimate, subscriber. So I'm looking forward to all of that. Rumors of them possibly buying Sega. That could be wonderful.
That's what I was going to say. That rumor, I want to talk about that too. That rumor for Sega. That's...
Yeah.
But can we
I'm loving Xbox right now.
Can we talk about how much they spent, though? How much they spent?
Oh, Microsoft got money. You see how they dumped off Mixer? They got plenty of money to spend now.
Yeah, they spent $7.
Former Mixer streamer here hurt as I said that, but yes,
$7 billion.
No, okay, yeah. Chips, yes, Bethesda does have Deathloop, but Deathloop, they're honoring their PS5 exclusivity deal that they already had. So Deathloop will still be over there. But moving forward, a bunch of the games will be exclusive to Xbox, and then certain ones will be outside of it on a case-by-case basis. So
7 billion. So on their financial call, Microsoft stated they made somewhere in the ballpark of $30 billion for their fiscal year. So what's $1 billion, right? I mean, it's a little drop in the bucket for old Microsoft. I mean,
not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's a lot of zeros in a billion.
A lot of zeros. Double Star Wars. I think someone was saying that they spent as much on Bethesda as PlayStation has made since 2016.
I mean, that's a big purchase though. Like you're not just getting, again, it's because it's Bethesda and ZeniMax. So you're getting a studio with a bunch of studios inside of it. And that's not even counting the other 22 studios that they already have. Xbox is gearing up to give its customers a lot of games. And that's what it's coming down to. I think they kind of relaxed on that with the last generation, with the Xbox One X and One S and everything. They kind of relaxed on that and kind of built the infrastructure for Game Pass to succeed. So now that they have that, now they can kind of jump into that exclusivity pool a little bit more now. Because Game Pass succeeded. It succeeded at this point. So now that they've proven that, it's like, okay, y'all thought we was just like some Netflix for games, huh? Oh yeah, you about to get you some real games now. Like, it's time. We got the money. We ain't got to worry about mixing no more. You know what I'm saying? That hurts every time I say it. But we can focus on more things now. And we can flex and say we not even worry about no console wars because we still got xCloud. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's becoming a situation where it's kind of looking like the shift as far as momentum may come back into Xbox's way with this next generation. We'll see if that happens. But that seems to be kind of the rhythm between generations. It was PlayStation, then there was Xbox 360, then there was PS4, and then now it's, you know what I'm saying? Now it might be coming back over for the Xbox Series generation. So we'll see what happens. PS5, in my opinion, hasn't been doing a lot of consumer friendly moves off the recent. And while they may feel because of the position they had in the last generation, they're allowed to do that, I think it's from what I see, because I'm a heavy Twitter user, as most of y'all know. If you follow me on Twitter, you know I'm on that joint. But it seems like the people are speaking up and noticing that they're not really on the side of the gamers in this generation, which is kind of weird because that was their whole thing last generation. We this is for the gamers. Everything's about the gamers. And then now it's like, well, yeah, but now we're not going to give you any backwards compatibility outside of the PlayStation Plus collection. And then you still won't have every game that we say is going to be on the list anyway. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to get new peripherals. You know what I'm saying? Everything is about money, it seems, with PS5 right now. And I think the people are noticing that. So it's going to be interesting what happens over the next 1 or 2 years and how that affects the momentum of which console leads the way. And, you know, if it's not that, then, you know, Nintendo would just underswipe all of them and then, you know, take the lead again. So
let me ask you a question.
What's up?
If you had to choose right now, come November, the next console you're gonna have for the next 5 years, and you can only choose one. PC's out the question. Your PC blew up behind you. You have to choose Xbox.
No.
Or PlayStation. I'm sorry.
All that money I spent on it.
The 27 Super, it took off and it blew up your whole shebang.
Oh my gosh!
You gotta choose one. Xbox,
how am I going to look at the internet at 2 a.m. now? Anyway,
Xbox Series on your iPad, Xbox Series X, or PlayStation 5.
Y'all have iPads? Y'all got money. Anyway, I'm going with Series X. No question. Only because here's how I see it, right?
Okay.
With the Series X, and with the Xbox ecosystem in general, You got Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? I'm always going to have something to play. I'm always going to have new games to try out. I'm always going to have something to stream, something to make content with. Second, the community on there is just, I'm sorry, the Xbox community, as far as the friends and people I play games with, way better than the people I have on PS4. I'm sorry. That's what it is. I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
I play games with them better over there. The games play better to me. When I play 2K on PS4, it doesn't feel as good as when I play it on Xbox. That's the thing. Like, I noticed that people talk a lot about PlayStation and exclusives. And yes, PlayStation has some amazing exclusives. But if you have a game that comes out on both consoles, it's almost consistently the game plays better on Xbox for me every single time. And it does it without the console sounding like a plane taking off. So it's just, when you talk about it in that sense, I'm sorry, like Xbox wins on that. The parties, the voice parties, I'm sorry. Why do PS4 voice parties sound like you're talking at the McDonald's intercom? Every single time. Like I can be talking with friends with Astro A50s and the voice party will sound horrible. If I hop into the Xbox party, it's pretty much at the same quality as talking on Discord. Like, it's just funny? That same clarity.
I have the polar opposite experience
we don't have
on
that
PC
at all.
or on the Xbox.
Man.
On PlayStation, I have a golden experience, but on the Xbox, every time I join, somebody got an echo. And I'm like, yo, I hate Xbox.
Nah, man.
Everybody echoing.
On PS4, it's always horrible for me. It always sounds muffled. It always sounds like it sounds horrible. But then when I do it on Xbox, it sounds clear. There's no issues. And Xbox has the benefit of they have an Xbox app for PC. So now if I want to play Warzone with my friends and I want to run it from PC while they play on Xbox and we want to be in a voice party together, I can join the voice party from my PC while they're on Xbox and it works perfectly. No problem. Sony, if you want to steal something from Xbox, steal that. Make a PS4 party app for PC. That's just my suggestion. You don't got to take it. If you do take it, give me my percentage. Thank you very much. I'm a businessman, not a businessman. Thank you. That being said, yeah, man, I'm going with Xbox, no question. Now, if you know me, you know that I get all the consoles anyway. So I'm eventually going to get a PS5. It's going to happen. If they come out with some type of upgrade for the Switch, I'm going to end up getting that. But the first thing, like, here's my order right now. Series X, PS5, RTX 3080. And really, PS5 or RTX 3080 may switch depending on how the money comes in. I'm sorry. That 3080 might get caught before the PS5. It just is what it is. But that's my order of getting these right now. That's how I'm looking at things. And again, still got to factor in the Switch jank, because the Switch jank might get copped before the PS5 as well. We'll see. But yeah, Series X.
Fair enough.
How about you, Avedon? Avedon's not getting nothing. He's just going to keep investing in his PC. I already know him. I don't even know why I bothered to ask. I know Avedon at this point.
Yeah, like
I know him.
You asking? Well, you was asking. Well, okay. If I had to answer the same question as you, in case
your PC blew up. Your PC,
your 3090 exploded on your doorstep.
You
put RAM in while it was on and it blew up. Is it?
No, here's the thing. 3090 didn't even get into his house. It got on his doorstep. He went to open it and it exploded.
You know what? That's how it went. Yeah, y'all don't want to hear my answer. Y'all gonna hate my answer.
I do. I want to hear this.
You really do not want to hear my answer for that.
Let's go. I'm waiting.
I would sell my Switch, my PS4, and my Xbox to get the money to rebuild this computer, because there's a lot more things I need to be doing on this computer.
This is the most Avedon answer I ever expect. I knew it. I'm not mad at it. I'm just glad I'm psychic. I'm just glad I'm psychic. I just dropped my phone.
Trump went and he did a TikTok. He banned Nvidia and Intel. They're not making products no more. No more PC parts. You got to pick one: PS5 or Xbox. I ruined your day. I'm sorry.
Listen. Y'all don't understand. For me, the PC goes beyond just gaming. Like, that's my music. That's so many other things that I need to do. So there's always gonna be PC.
That's not an option. That's the whole point of this hypothetical.
There's always an option C. There's always a choice C. There's always a choice C.
Choice C got shot in the head. Okay, so now you gotta go with A or B.
Listen. Then I'm going with choice. I'll go with choice F, G, and H.
Okay, Chef. His choices F, G, and H. Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, or PS5. Which one you going with?
You know what? All right, you really want to play this game?
Let's go.
We'll play this game. So what I'll do is I'll get the Series X, hack it up, and turn it into a computer and use it.
I'll take the answer. That's fine.
Oh my god.
You
That's
told me to
smart, though.
choose.
That's real smart.
You told me to choose. I chose.
Fight me, Abaddon. Fight me.
I chose.
Throw up the hands. Throw up the hands. Just throw them up. It's not in a person. We're gonna dap it up after. We will be cool. We're gonna be cool. But you got to catch this fade. You pick when. The fade's getting caught.
Oh man, I am crying. You had to admit you wasn't expecting that turnaround answer. I chose one.
Abaddon, I want you to know I hate you.
I love you. I love you too.
But I hate you, man. But I hate you.
Listen, man. If you knew that's
sick man. This is a sick man, y'all. I want you to know this is
you
a
just
sick
learned.
man.
You just learned how much I love music.
You know, Sparkle
man.
Cat might work
I love
for you on
music.
the S-Series.
We ain't
X. It might
talking
be
that.
okay. It might be okay.
Cause listen, like the Series X is built like a computer, so I'll just take advantage of that. Just hack the operating system, change the user interface, change the OS. It's Microsoft, so there's ways to hack into it. Let it run on Windows, and then boom, have it connect to the PC, connect my mouse, connect my keyboard. That's all I need. You let me put FL Studio on there, I'm good to go.
I have no positive response for anything you're saying right now. You look like a member of DOS Effects. That's all I have to say to you right now.
Dorkman, yes we did. I was actually going to read off your donation afterwards. Dorkman with the $5 donation says, "Thank you all. Double D show that confidence while keeping it real." For some reason, it wasn't showing.
Shout out to the donation.
Definitely, thank you so much, Dorkman. For some reason, when it came through, I was trying to see why it wasn't playing. So I don't know what is going on there. But I'm gonna need to find a way to fix that.
Did you stream on your own channels anytime recently?
No, I did not.
Guys, wonder did you set up everything for streaming on YouTube on Streamlabs?
Yeah. So I did, but what I probably have to do is I probably just have to re-go through everything after this episode tonight.
It might not have went through, or Streamlabs might have logged you out.
That's probably what happened.
Yeah,
that's probably what happened. So thank you so much, Dorkman. Sorry about that.
And that's why I moved over to Stream Elements.
I may have to do that. Oh man, that was fun. So you heard my answer. So
no, man, and you still look like a member of DOS Effects. I have nothing positive to say about that answer.
Hey man, listen, man, you
have nothing. You have no response for the DOS Effects line. Just let it go. What's the next part?
Oh no, I know. I have no idea what you're talking about. That's the thing.
What? You are a New Yorker and you don't know who DOS Effects is?
Mm-mm.
Oh, your hip hop card is gone.
Take it.
That thing is gone, bro.
Take
you
it.
got to earn that one back.
Take it.
Whoa. Don't repeat that to me. Respect me as a man first and foremost, okay? Respect me as a man first and foremost. Don't repeat that.
You took that way
Don't
left.
repeat that multiple times to me, bro. That's all I'm saying. Just respect me as a man.
You took that way left. You took that way left. But anyway,
You kept repeating it.
Anyway, we're gonna move forward though. So anyone have any other thoughts about anyone want to talk about like the big merger over? If we want to talk about PC gaming and anything, Metal Gear Solid remasters have came over to PC. I think 1, 2, and 3, right? 4 as well, or just 1, 2, and 3? Just 1 and 2. Okay.
It's on. Like I said, I just bought it right before we got on the Chillcast. It's on GOG, Galaxy of Games. If you don't have the launcher, go download it. And yeah, it's up for Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear Solid 2 are both up for $10 each. And the original Metal Gear is up there for $5 or $6. They don't have Metal Gear 2, which is really annoying me because Metal Gear 2 is the better one out of the old retro Metal Gear games. But I guess, I don't know, Kojima might have to give them
permission. Better than 3?
There was no Metal Gear. I'm talking about Metal Gear, not Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, Metal Gear, gotcha.
Gear, okay, so here's how the order went. It was Metal Gear, Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid 2, Solid 3, Solid 4, Solid 5. You know what I'm saying? So Metal Gear 2 was the better of the old school MSX versions of
top down.
Metal Gear. Yeah, it was top down. It was a 2D joint. Metal Gear 2 though was Metal Gear 2. If you want to keep it a bean, Metal Gear Solid is basically a retelling almost of Metal Gear 2. So it's like the updated version of Metal Gear 2, basically. It's almost the same story. They just updated the graphics, updated some of the boss fights, and changed up some of the characters. But yeah. Matter of fact, y'all know me. I always try to show love to other YouTubers. There's a YouTuber and Twitch streamer out there named Matt Visual. He has a really dope series on YouTube about the Metal Gear games. He plays them, reviews them and stuff. Check that out. He goes through all of them all the way up to Metal Gear Solid 4. And then he took a break from YouTube, so he never did 5. But yeah, check that out. You can understand the whole story and how Metal Gear 2 and Metal Gear Solid tie into each other.
Got it. All right. Well, we're going to jump into a slight Q&A, and after that, we're going to get on out of here because it is almost time. It is almost that time.
Yeah, man.
Over here on the East Coast, it's almost 12 o'clock, but for them on the West Coast, it's going on 9 p.m. on their end. Speaking of which, y'all have to stream soon. Actually, no. Let's roll on out because they have to stream. So let's actually get on out of here. So. We're actually going to get on ahead. Thank you both. Let's start with Dom and Cynthia. Thank you both for coming. Where can they find you?
So you guys can find us over on youtube.com/thegamelooters or any social media platform at The Game Looters. Come on by. Come hang out. 8:30 p.m. Friday to Monday. We're weird people. If you want to come chill and vibe with weird people, come over to us. We stream Animal Crossing. We stream Fall Guys. Tonight we're going to be fighting for a crown. So if any of those jams are your style,
it's very rage-inducing.
Come hang out with us. We definitely appreciate it.
Definitely glad to have you on. Make sure you all follow them. They're great streamers. Next up, we got David Drayton, man. Where can they find you, man?
You guys can find me on Twitter at PayDDray. It's PayDDray. I am a reseller, and I am in the works of launching some digital products and some physical products. Be on the lookout for those, and eventually I'll be on YouTube hanging out with you guys. So, but in the meantime, catch me on Twitter. And Abaddon, thanks for having me on again, man. I appreciate it.
Always. Homie Rob, man, where can they find you, bruh?
Hey, man, y'all already know if you need to find me, head over to youtube.com/RobRegalGXC. Head over to twitch.tv/RobRegalGXC. Follow me on social media. It's RobRegalGXC on everything: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Patreon, everything. Everything you need to find me. Go to RobRegalGXC.com. You know what I'm saying? I'm everywhere with it. And yeah, man. Other than that, come through, check out the gameplay. A lot of Let's Plays on my channel and a lot of reactions. That's what I love doing, man. Just finding different things in the culture. You know what I'm saying? GXC stands for Gaming and Culture. So it's all about just finding things that I enjoy, making videos about that. And as I said at the end of all these, man, y'all be easy, not sleazy. Make sure you underdig on them overlaying on the underlay. And I'll catch y'all next week, man. Chill Squad. We all win. Get up.
Nice. And lastly, y'all can find me at youtube.com/AbaddonSmith. If you haven't noticed already, the big running joke with this is I changed my content where I'm doing mainly just music on the channel for now. Will there be more things down the line? Who knows? But
He's no longer a gamer.
yeah. Anyway, we got more music, got a lot more music tracks for you guys where I've been doing 10-minute beat challenges where I make a beat from scratch, and within the first 10 minutes of that process, I record that, put that up for you guys. Been doing that for the past 26 days now. Tomorrow's day 27. Tuesday will be the 30th day. So that's literally 30 uploads in 30 days, which I've never done before. And it's the most consistent I've ever been on YouTube. So it's a humbling process to continuously keep yourself fresh within thumbnails, within the types of content you want to put out, and even what you want to do next. So definitely appreciate all the support you all will have for me over there. And like we always do every single week, thank you all for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and most of all, you make sure you share this with a friend. This is Avedon, Double D, Rodrigo, Dom and Cynthia, and we are out. Take care, y'all.
Peace.
So, I think we're still alive.
Why do you do this every week?
I don't do it every week.
I
don't do this every week.
We're still alive.
I don't do this every week.
Great outro.
I don't think we do this every week. You said you wanted to.
Almost.
Why are you so bad, Rob? Why are you mad? Come on, this is a safe space. Why are you mad?
I'm not mad. I'm
This
just
is
wondering why.